Hello everybody! Salty Sweet Ren here, back with another episode of the Sims 3 Create Your Cat series. Now, for those of you who don't know, or maybe new to the channel, this is a little series I do in which I take cats that you guys, the viewers, have submitted to me, whether it's via the form that I have on my website or in a comment that you might leave down below the video. And I do my best to recreate the cats within my Sims 3 game. They can be your original characters, they can be made up off the top of your head, they can be based off of cats that you have in real life, based on even fictional characters, whatever you want. And the cats that you've submitted will be added to the world of my Warrior Cats game at a later date, and maybe turn up somewhere in the story, or just traveling through the world as a little bit of a cameo, who knows. They can be like loners, kitty pets, rogues, wanderers, possibly even former clan cats, just like the cats who started the whole thing to begin with. I have a little bit of a list on my website as well, like kind of explaining a few of the rules, so you can look at that if you need to. And I am going to be getting through my original list of cats first from before I made the form on my website. After that, I'm going to be going through the form and then going through more of the cats that were submitted in the comments. I just want to get through all of like the older cats that are on the list first, because these guys have been on here for several months, some of them. So I'm going to get through these guys, and then I'm going to get to the newer stuff as well. And, as always, I can only make 2 cats at a time because Sims 3 has been running very poorly. In fact, this is my 3rd attempt at recording this particular episode. It has crashed 2 times already. I've been doing a lot of cleaning out of my laptop, seeing what I can do to make the game run better. And I think I've got it fixed so far, but if it crashes again, I'm gonna have to think of something else. If my game continues to crash, I might start doing other stuff like lore videos, or just videos of me like doing like as the cats, like doing the impressions I do to get like into their character voices and such. I've talked about this a little bit on my Discord, which should also be linked down in the description. I've told some of the people on my Discord like about my technical issues, so if you want to be updated, you can go ahead and join, and I'll be like sharing some stuff there. And because of these issues, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right in, just to make sure that I can get this done. So let's go ahead. Alright, the first cat is submitted by Eclipse Studios Shadow, and their name is Ren Feather, who is a former Wind Clan cat. So let me go ahead, and I gotta move some stuff around on my table. Okay, hang on. Ren Feather. And they are an ex-clan cat, former Wind Clan cat. He's a tom with dark red russet fur with a white tail tip, white paws, and white ears, a fluffy tail, and light blue eyes. So let's go ahead and... what kind of cat breed would fit, probably, for a nice kind of lean Wind Clan cat? Calico cat is kind of one of the more basic looking ones, but does have a pretty good body type for what I'm thinking. I want to get through this kind of quickly, because otherwise I don't notice my game crashing again. Every time I hit coat is when it has crashed in the past. Please work, please work. There we go! Okay. Let's just go with the white base first, and we can remove any markings that may be there. Yeah, it's not going to be that huge of an issue. Let me get you turned around. And I'll remove that. Alright, so you are a dark red russet cat, so let me go ahead and... I've seen some pretty dark red cats in the past. It's, like, in the real world even, like, you would not expect them to be, like, this red. But they exist. They're pretty dark red. It's, like, not super common. That's more of a brown. There we go. That looks more similar to the red that I've seen. It was a Bengal cat that I saw. But it was like, I'd never seen a red cat before. I think I have a picture of it saved somewhere. Like, I took my cat to the vet, and they're like, oh, we have a cat, like, that's up for adoption. Do you want to, like, take a look at them? And we met this beautiful red Bengal, and it was like, I had never seen a cat that was this shade of red before, but... Okay, so you have white tail tip, white paws, and white ears. So let me go ahead and grab the ears, which are here. They should be white. Let's actually bring it a little bit off to more of a slightly more reddish shade. Still white, it's just like not pure white. And you also have a white tail tip, so let me go ahead and grab that. Come on, please load. Okay, there we go. I'm a little paranoid about the game not working because of everything that's happened. And white paws, so I'm gonna go ahead and get some white paws going. Like that. Like that. Like that. And like that. It's very like subtle white paws, but it is like very fun. Let's see, I feel like I need to like do some additional markings just to like kind of make it fit. But I also don't like have anything. I've been trying to like find like skinnier like markings than just this one right here. Cause like this is an interesting marking, but like very few cats would just have that. I might actually go ahead and do this. It's not written on here, but it does kind of bring it all together in a way, if that makes sense. And I'm gonna go ahead and actually add some of those markings that I normally do, just to kind of give the fur a little bit more texture. Let's see. What should I do? What if I did something like this? Kind of along the back. And I'll stretch it as well, just to be safe. And I'm gonna lower the opacity on it and make it a little bit more red. It is a dark red color. Oh, you know what I could do is I could like stretch it out even more and pull it underneath everything else. And over here I can also do some additional markings, like I can take this, kind of stretch it out and along the same way, and grab that same dark red color, lower the opacity on it. I'm gonna make this even bigger. I'm gonna stretch it up to kind of cover the cat. Got a lot more texture there as a result. Maybe I'll lower the opacity just a bit. So you can definitely kind of like see the fur lines. But it works. Maybe I'll pull this even more towards the red. Just so I have it. That'll be interesting to see that start turning up in like future cats, if that does happen. Alright, now for one of the parts that actually did trip me up when I switched to fur shape. Okay. So you're supposed to have a fluffy tail. Let's see, long tail is an option. And that actually does look good. I do like the way a long tail looks. Though I will actually take fur length and kind of half it. For density, I'll probably put more like around here. I do think you look pretty great. So let me go ahead. Okay, please work, please work, please work. There we go, okay. The coat is always what trips me up. Every single cat I do, the coat, whenever the game crashes, it's always when I go to the coat. I'm out of the coat now, so everything should be okay. And I hope I didn't jinx myself. So let's go ahead and start working on everything else related to the body. I've also removed a bunch of sliders that I don't use. So hopefully that fixes a few things. Let's see, you have, you're a lean cat, so let me go ahead and find, where is body thickness? we can kind of pull that in a bit. And we can also increase the body length a bit as well. Not by a ton, like we don't want it to be like a sausage cat, but like, it looks more like a weasel actually. Something more like that. Tail thickness, you're supposed to have a fluffy tail, which is part of the reason I didn't use fluffy tail, is because fluffy tail will make the whole pelt fluffy. But this goes ahead and like makes the tail a lot fluffier. I can also make your tail a bit longer as well. That can work. I feel like stuff's a little bit out of order compared to what I normally have. Or maybe it's just because I removed a few things. Huh. Maybe I'll make you a tad smaller as well. Wind Clan cats, it's like I think in the books it says that they are typically a little bit smaller. Like not by a ton, just enough that like ThunderClan cats are typically like the bigger, stronger ones, or traditionally they were in the past because that's kind of how they lived. But like as the books have gone on, like the clans have intermingled so much more, and there's a lot more going on. Let's see, you have light blue eyes. Let me go ahead and get light blue eyes going for you. Right now they're more like a light green color. So let's tweak that a little bit more towards blue. It's kind of a pretty shade. Let's kind of pull that a little bit more towards... Yeah, that's close enough. And that is very pretty shade of blue, actually. I do like that. Nose, we can pull a little bit more towards like a brownish color, like so. Ears, why don't I like do something kind of fun with the ears? Like, I can do something that kind of like ear tip angle. I normally have them kind of pointed up. What if I do them like pointed downwards a little bit like that? I'll move them closer to the top of the head. Just a tad, but ear tip angle we can move down as well. It's kind of a fun, unique look. Gives a cat like a very different sort of appearance. I like that. It's kind of fun to play with. Let's see, muzzle. Do I want to change anything? Muzzle height, shape. Muzzle height. I might go with like that. Gives the cat a very unique look, but it's a very fun look. I do like the way that this looks. Cheek definition. Jaw width. Oh. Ah, yes, we can like pull in the jaw a bit. Ooh, yes, let me kind of back out, see the whole cat. Oh, that is a very handsome look for this cat. I approve. So, I do like the way that this looks for Ren Feather. So let's back out and go to personality. So let's see, you are a swift, courageous fighter who left Wind Clan after finding out a dark secret, and you're really kind and caring. So let's see, you're swift and courageous. I'm gonna say that you're adventurous, perhaps? And you're a courageous fighter. I would want to say hunter, perhaps? But you're kind and caring, so friendly. Friendly cancels out stuff to do with like fighting a lot of the time. You can fight, but it's usually the other cat who has to initiate it. So you're kind and caring. I'm gonna go hunter. Just so you kind of have that trait going for you. That typically goes along with being a fighter. And let's lower your voice a tad. Okay, that's Ren Feather. And you were submitted by Eclipse Studios Shadow. Alright, so thank you Eclipse Studios Shadow for submitting Ren Feather. And now let's move on to the second cat. Huh. I didn't even realize I still had this cat saved. This is a pretty old cat, but anyway, I'm not here for you. I actually had... The game did crash after I created Ren Feather. Yeah, Ren Feather is your name. But thankfully I had saved them, and now I'm working on the next cat, which is Raven, who is a wanderer created by Jackie8253. So, Raven, and you are a wanderer. And hopefully the game does not crash as I tried to go through. It says that Raven is a black cat with dark grays mixed in, has very small white spots on his body that go into stripes on his legs, and has a large nose but short rounded ears. Okay, code always screws me up. Okay, so far so good. I've changed my laptop setup completely, so hopefully my laptop won't overheat quite as quickly. My fan has always been a little bit blocked. Now it's slightly more elevated, so it shouldn't. Yes! Okay, we're in. My game has crashed 2 times trying to create this cat. Okay. So you are a black cat. Let me go ahead and remove the big white splotch. A black cat with dark grays mixed in. So let's go ahead and start with kind of a dark coat. Let's kind of like tweak you a little closer to a random color. I'm gonna have my eyes a little bit closed. And okay, so I can't quite tell which color this is a little closer to. Probably more like a yellow-green, that's fine. I always like to kind of just tweak it a little bit closer to a different color so that even when like all the cats are side by side, they still look different. Like all the white cats will have like slightly different variations. Gray cats will look different. Brown cats will look different. You're gonna have a lot of dark grays mixed in anyway, so let's go ahead and kind of take this. We'll move it to your shoulder. It looks dark brown right now. We'll go ahead and make it more of a dark gray. And let me make that one even a little bit lighter, possibly. We can up the opacity just a bit. Like so. So we've got that there. We can pull this one more towards here. This is going to be a very smoky looking cat. I love it. Something more over here. Let's pull something like along over here. This is looking really cool so far. Normally I'm the one who's like, oh yeah, I want to give the cat a more textured look. This was just like based on the request right off the bat, and I am loving this. Like, look at this. And I can also like continue to overlap just a bit. Got a very smoky appearance, which is super fun. I think that's gonna be it for the dark grays, perhaps. Or let's get like one on the tail, I think. Because I don't think I've done anything on the tail. There we go. Anyway, everything else, you have very small white spots on your body that go into stripes on the legs. So I think I'm gonna actually start with the stripes on the legs. Which will be, here we go. I'm gonna take this and kind of pull it into here. And let's grab the white. Like that. Kind of like that. And we can put it right there. This we can go ahead and place over here. It looks like there's some other pattern going on for some reason that's not connected to it. Don't know what's going on there, but it's not that noticeable, so I'm not going to make it too big of an issue. Anyway, we can continue and put this on the other leg over here. Like so. this will go right up here. So the black stripes are already on the legs. Now I can start doing the white spots as well. Tiny white spots, it says. Let's go ahead and make these white. It's kind of white spots on the body. They're supposed to be pretty tiny, so I'm gonna kind of pull them kind of like up the legs a little bit, but also in a way that still blends in. Maybe I'll lower the opacity as well, right there. And let me grab that. I'm gonna pull this one over here. Hang on, I need to pull up the opacity on that one. This, I'm gonna pull up to more around here. On this side as well, we can increase the opacity. That actually looks pretty much perfect right there. Pull it up a little bit, so like lower the opacity. That's good. And then hind legs. Raise the opacity. And lower it just a bit. And I think I'll like kind of scatter a few more things of like white spots like on the body. Kind of. Like I'm gonna try and like maybe shrink it down a bit. Or I can put it like there. Like so. And on this side, I need to grab some as well. Okay, let me pull this over here. And I can snag this, twist it around, and make it a tad smaller. It's a very different look. But as always, like, different looks can be very, very fun. And I might lower the opacity on that one even. Okay, so it's very, very different. Oh boy, I want to, like, make this a little bit more connected. There's so many markings on you, oh boy. Gonna lower the opacity even more here. And raise it just a tad. You're a very, very unique looking cat. It's not bad though. I might like put like a thing of markings on the tail as well, just kind of more closer to the tip, I think. It works. Might spin it just so I can get like... It works. It's good enough. It's spots on the tail. It's not going to be the perfect thing, but it works. And maybe a few like along the neck, I think. Gonna make him pretty small. But it works. Alright. I'm gonna keep your fur length as is so I can just get out of this as quickly as possible. Okay, please work, please work, please work. Okay, out of coat. That's good. And advanced mode. Okay. So I feel like you'd be a smaller cat as well. Or let's work on the face, because there's a lot written about the face. You have a large nose, but short, rounded ears. So, first of all, ears. Ear scale will make them pretty small. And they look pretty rounded as well. Let me just double check, make sure that is... Yep, that's the roundest shape. So, got small, rounded ears. And you've got a big nose. So we'll make it wide and a little bit larger. And you look pretty good. I forgot to do your scar. I can't really pop back into coat though, because otherwise that could make the whole thing crash. I will have to do that behind the scenes actually, but I can do the eyes now. It says that you have pale tealish color eyes. So pale tealish color. That is kind of around here. Teal is a little closer to green than blue, but it is in like that blue-green range, I believe. If I'm remembering my colors correctly. I am not the best artist. I try. Still not the best. I think that's about right. Looks a little blue to me. I'm gonna tweak one of them a little closer to green. Okay, that works a little better. That's fun. Now, body, I'm gonna make you a little bit smaller. Maybe I'll make your legs a little bit shorter. Let's make the legs a tad shorter. Not by a ton, just kind of fun. And I'm rhyming, and I don't mean to. I apologize. Body length, let's kind of shrink that down just a tad. It works. Let's see, neck length, we can actually pull down a bit. This is kind of a very fun looking cat. I really like the way this looks. Very unique, but very fun. I love it. Let's see, tail length. Let's tuck that in just a tad. You're kind of a chonky looking kitty. I love you. You're so pretty. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Now, Raven's backstory is that they were born on the road very close to two-leg territory. His mother was very weak when doing so, and she passed on during birth. An old couple pitied the two kittens and took them in. And when he grew up, he felt like he didn't belong, so he decided to leave. He tried to convince his sibling to join him, but they refused. Ever since then, he's been wandering the earth in search of a home. And his traits are proud, piggy, and neat. So let's go ahead and... where's the first one? Neat is the first one to pop up, so... Neat. And then there is proud. And where's piggy? I can't do piggy because it conflicts with neat. Okay. I gotta find an alternative. Neat. Non-destructive is similar enough to neat. Does non-destructive conflict with piggy? It does not. Non-destructive means they're not going to destroy stuff. They're not going to, like, be, like... They're not going to be, like... getting into as much trouble. Piggy, however, does get into trouble, so... it's an interesting kind of juxtaposition, I think is the word. So anyway, you were submitted by... Jackie... 8253, yeah? 8253. Okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and hit save. I might try and show the Zanzi cat to the Discord in a moment, but anyway. We now have Ren Feather. You are a very pretty looking kitty. And we have Raven. Got two bird kitties here. Raven is also a very pretty and unique looking kitty. It's super fun to make them. So anyway, that's going to wrap up this episode of The Sims 3 Create Your Cat. Hopefully I can continue this in the future, but if The Sims 3 continues to give me trouble, I might start looking to other alternatives, like either doing like lore stuff or just some stuff like when I do voices, like I always try and do like imitations of the characters their voice is based on. I might try and do that kind of stuff. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed watching this episode of Sims 3 Create Your Cat series, please go ahead and hit the like button and leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe out there, friends.